the man who failed 100 times before success. Success does not always come quickly, and sometimes God allows failure not to destroy us, but to prepare us for something greater. Many people give up too early, never realizing that their greatest blessing may be hiding behind one final attempt. There once was a young man named Daniel who lived in a small town with very little to his name. He had dreams bigger than the streets he walked on and faith stronger than the opinions around him. From a young age, Daniel believed God had placed greatness inside him, but no one else seemed to see it. People laughed when he spoke about owning businesses, helping people, and becoming successful. They said he was dreaming too big for someone from his background. Still, Daniel refused to stop believing. He prayed every morning and every night, asking God to guide his steps. He started his first small business selling goods in the market, but after only a few months it failed. He lost his savings, his customers disappeared, and people mocked him. They sighed. Maybe God is trying to tell you this is not for you, but Daniel answered, "No, God is teaching me, not rejecting me." He tried again with another idea. This time, he borrowed money and opened a little shop. For a while, things looked promising, but thieves broke in one night and stole nearly everything. He sat on the floor of that empty shop and cried, asking God why life had to be so hard. But in his spirit, he felt peace whispering, "Do not give up. I am still with you." Years passed, and Daniel kept trying. One business after another failed. Some failed because of bad decisions, some because of betrayal, and others because of circumstances beyond his control. Friends who once supported him disappeared. Family members told him to stop embarrassing himself and accept an ordinary life. But Daniel held tightly to his faith, remembering that many great men in Scripture suffered before their breakthrough. Joseph was betrayed before he became ruler. David fought giants before he wore a crown. And Job lost everything before God restored him. Though discouraged, Daniel never stopped praying. Every failure made him wiser. Every mistake taught him something valuable. Every heartbreak strengthened his patience. He learned discipline, humility, planning, and perseverance. Most importantly, he learned to trust God's timing instead of his own. Then one day, after nearly 100 failed attempts, Daniel had one final idea. It was simple, so simple many ignored it. But this time, instead of rushing, he prayed carefully over every step. He asked God for wisdom before every decision. He moved with patience instead of pride. Slowly, the business began to grow. Customers came, then more customers. Then investors noticed him. Within a few years, Daniel became one of the most respected businessmen in the region. People who once mocked him now asked for his advice. Reporters asked him, "What was the secret to your success?" Daniel smiled and said, "My success did not begin when I finally won. My success began when I decided not to quit after failing. Every failure was God building the man I needed to become before. He trusted me with success." Daniel never forgot where his strength came from. He gave God glory in every interview, every celebration, and every victory. He used his wealth to help others, teach the young, and inspire broken dreamers not to lose hope. And whenever someone told him they were afraid of failing, he would say, "Failure is not the end unless you stop trying." With God, every setback can become a setup for your blessing. So remember this truth. If God placed a dream in your heart, do not let temporary defeat convince you to bury it. Delay is not denial, and failure is not final when your faith is in God. When a man walks with God, every disappointment becomes a lesson, and every closed door becomes redirection towards something greater. Keep believing, keep praying, and keep moving, because your 100th try may be the one. Heaven blesses beyond measure.